In a matter of 3 to 4 weeks, I've put on 4 pounds of muscle. My strength has instantly gone up, and I'm not spending hours in the gym. I'm only working out 3 days a week, and I'm not really cooking any food. I'm literally only cooking breakfast, and everything else is on autopilot. I'm gonna show you guys and teach you guys what I've been doing. No bullshit. So stick around, subscribe, like, share the video, comment down below and let me know if you've been watching me for a minute or if you're new. You know what I mean? Let's get into it. So first things first, raw, no fluff, no edits, no nothing. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I am working a door-to-door sales job, 9 to 5, selling solar, and I still have a fitness coaching business online where I help clients build muscle, gain confidence, gain clarity with their workouts, and overall just get built up. You know what I mean? I do have some clients that are women. I do have some people who are going from fat to slim, but majority of my clients I work with are people trying to build muscle who are skinny going to build. So that's what I'm doing in this video. Currently my stats right now, I was 176 pounds when I started the lean bulk 3 to 4 weeks ago. I'm currently 180 to 181. I have a weigh-in tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna see and weigh myself. But every single morning, this is what's been key for me. This is why I'm so good at this. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Excuse my language, but you guys know I swear. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta act all proper. But every single morning when I step on that scale, every morning, and for me, I use the bathroom as soon as I wake up. I pee, I take the number 2, do what I gotta do, step on the scale, weigh myself, and then every Monday I take a physique shot of the front of my physique, the side of my physique, and then the back to see where my progress is. And then I put it and I write it down, right? So I have a log in my phone, on my notes, in my Google Sheets. And I'm currently eating about 33 to 3,400 calories a day, about 200 grams of protein. Fats are around 190 to 100 grams a day, and carbs are close to somewhere around 350 to 380, sometimes 400. And what I'm doing is I'm only having 2 to 3 cheat meals a week. Now that may sound like a lot, but it's really not. Sometimes I only have one, but for the most of the week time, I've had 2 cheat meals a week. There's one week I didn't have any. This week I had 3. I had Domino's last night, which was phenomenal. You know, Domino's, the whole box of pizza, bro, it was phenomenal. I had some cinnamon things, and then I had today a Sonic burger. I had a milkshake with that, Oreo cheesecake, with the whipped cream, with the cherry in the middle, with the tater tot. And then 4 days ago, I had chicken and waffles. Yes, phenomenal. So this was a bigger cheat meal week, but that's what we did this week. The reason I'm not doing every single meal, and I'm gonna tell you guys like what I'm eating every single meal and how I'm training, but I don't like to have every meal a cheat meal, because when I did that, I got fat and I had terrible energy levels because my fats were through the roof and my energy was tanked. Fats slow you down a lot. Carbs can too, you know? But I just had terrible meal timing. Meal timing has been crucial for me. So I'm making sure that I'm spacing out my meals. I'm not having one meal now, or I'm not having too many calories in one sitting, because that's how your energy drops, when I've noticed. So for me, for breakfast, let's break it down. How am I eating? And then we'll get into the training. For breakfast, I'm having 600 to 700 calories. I'm having 3 eggs or 2 eggs, 6 ounces of egg whites, and then I'm having some peanut butter on top of 3 pieces of wheat toast, sugar-free jelly, and a banana. I'll have that, and then an hour later, I'll literally be at the gym training. So my food has now digested, and it's the best pump, the best energy, so focused, so dialed, because I've let the food digest. I have a good amount of protein, not too many fats, but a good amount of protein, a good amount of carbs, and not too many fats. So that way I'm not sluggish, but I still have good energy for that workout. So it's low-key like a pre-workout without the caffeine, right? So once I do that, great pump, finish that, I have meal 2 around 12 to like 1 o'clock, right during or before or after my solar sales meeting. And I'll have the microwavable packeted rice. So I'm not cooking the rice. Put it in the microwave for 90 seconds and it's done. And I'll have rotisserie chicken that's already made, or I'll have canned tuna which is already made, and I'll throw it in a pan, my meal prep container, and it's done. And I'll have some veggies. I'll have some sugar-free barbecue sauce, Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce, absolutely fire. Throw some of that in there, and I'm measuring, everything, so that way I'm not guessing. I'm not just throwing it in there, so I can track my calories. And then once I have all that done, I'll have that meal, and then maybe 5 or 6 o'clock, I'll have my second meal or my third meal, and I'll have the rice again. I'll have the tuna with that, or maybe rotisserie chicken again, and then I'll have some sauce with some vegetables as well, getting that fiber in, my greens, my broccoli, you know what I mean? Very important for digestion and also for just, it's basically good for your stomach, all right? It's a probiotic, a natural probiotic, right? You want to make sure that gut is healthy, you know what I mean? You can't just have no veggies, as you all know. You all know that, but I just like to tell people, right? But so after I have that, my final meal at night is oats, berries, and maybe a scoop of protein powder. By doing this, I've now hit 3,400 calories, 200 grams of protein, and it's a lean bulk. I'm only eating 300 calories above my maintenance, which isn't a lot, but if I'm knocking door-to-door sales, my watch will tell me how many steps I made, and it'll tell me how many calories I burned. So sometimes at the end of the day, I actually end up eating 3,500 to 3,600 calories because of what I burned. I'll go back and re-eat those calories back. And honestly, as you all know, when you burn things off, it's low-key nice because you get to eat more food, right? But yeah, so I'll be doing that, and it's been going pretty well. So that's what I'm doing for the food. Pretty simple. I have my 2 to 3 cheat meals. Now, what am I doing for training? 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm doing Monday, chest and back, Wednesday, legs, Friday, full body. Not full body, full upper body, right? With some arms, mainly arm training. So what I'm doing essentially on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm still in the gym. So you could say I'm in the gym 5 to 6 days a week, but I'm not training I'm only in the gym those days 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Why? I'm training abs and I'm working on posture control. My posture has been kind of slipping off a little bit. And so I've noticed that when I'm walking or standing, and especially for a long time, my lower back will start to hurt. And so I've noticed that means that my core has weakened. I had a moment where I stopped training core. So now I'm going back to that, tightening up and working on my core strength. And then also too, working on my posture, making sure that I'm walking. My shoulders are always naturally rolled back and my chest is high. My shoulders are dropped though. I don't want them up here. I don't want to be rolled. Nah. So I'm doing a lot of exercises to correct that within my program, where Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm working on my posterior chain, which is like my back, my hamstring, my calves, and also mobility and abs. So pretty much this is a functional training lean bulk. I'm still gonna get big, I'm still getting stronger, but every single set, every single rep, since I'm only training 3 days a week, I'm going balls to the wall. I'm going so hard. I promise you, I'm the hardest worker in that gym. There's nobody working harder than me in that gym. There's nobody working harder than me. And the reason I'm not saying this in ego, I'm saying this because when training 3 days a week, I'm not in there 5 days a week to train and have all this time to hit every single muscle group and take my time. No, I have to make sure I'm specifically dialed with each rep and each set and each rest time to make sure that my muscles are being pushed to mechanical tension, mechanical failure, which is one of the number one factors for building muscle. Without mechanical failure, without the right amount of tension on the muscle, there is little to no muscle growth. Especially me, I've been training for years. I have been training for over 7 years in the gym, and it's a lot harder. I need a lot more now to grow because I've been training so long, you know what I'm saying? So if I just go in there and I kind of train hard, I'm not gonna get any changes with how I look, right? So I have to make sure I'm training even harder. It gets a lot harder the longer you've been in the gym because you have to train harder, you have to push more. And so that's what I'm doing right now, and I like it, you know what I mean? But I just make sure I'm really dialed, I have the right music in there, I'm not chit-chatting a lot with a lot of strangers, like I'm saying hi, what's up bro, like I'm being social, you know, if I see people, but I'm really locked in, you know what I mean? I'm efficient, I'm mission dialed, I'm focused, and that's what it takes, you know what I mean? That's the lean bulk, brothers. Hope you guys liked the video. Drop comments down below if you have questions. I'm gonna go make some content. It's your boy Yaj Dogo, and we out of here. Oh, also, by the way, if you need help with any of these things, building muscle, strength, size, going from skinny to built, coaching link down below. We'll see you guys later.